Yes, after a difficult start or a good start to the season, it's been a difficult little spell for Paul Pogba. He's substituted, benched again on this particular occasion. He's got to get himself out of this rut, hasn't he? Yeah,
he has, and I think a key part of the problem for him has been momentum. It's been affected by the injury, and he's been in and out of the side since then. And I think that at the beginning of the season, as you alluded to, he was in fantastic form. He was showing signs of a player that we expected when we signed him for that huge money. But I don't care who you are. If you get injured and it affects momentum, it does take you a bit of time to get back into rhythm.
Yeah, it does. At this stage, you've got to be very professional as well. He seems to be doing the right things.
Yeah, I think he'll always do the right thing. I think Mourinho's lost a little bit of trust in him, especially if it's a big European away game. He doesn't play the position particularly well defensively. He's got all the attributes going forward. He's fantastic. He's got great ability, more ability than the other three players that are playing, but the positional sense in a big European away game, Mourinho wants that solidity in midfield and hit them on the counter-attack.
It's not his fault, of course. He's got that enormous price tag on his shoulders, so all eyes are on him. Hence, with the fact we're talking about him, even though he's not in the starting lineup, Frank.
Yeah, I think he's a big enough personality to take that on his shoulders, and it comes with the territory. I think it's all about defensive responsibility and, as you say, trust in a game like tonight. And I think that's kind of what's been lost. And I think José Mourinho's trying to shock him. He's taken him off in big games. He's dropped him. He's taken him off, as you say, and he's dropped him tonight. So, you know, react to that and actually improve the defensive side of your game.
But I just think when you pay 89, 90 million pounds for a player, you play him in positions that are going to highlight his strengths. Yeah. We're talking about his weaknesses here, defensively. He's a player who creates goals, dictates the pace of games. That's what we should be talking about. I don't think the team sets up to get the best out of Pogba at the moment, and that's been the problem for him, I thought.
Just going back to the Everton game there, we just saw a little bit of the clip. That's the best game he's had for Man United, and he had the insurance of Matic and Herrera behind him, and he was given the freedom of the pitch, and we all saw the ability as... I consider him to be someone like Frank played. He played with two players in behind him. He could go and create goals, score all his goals, win leagues, and this lad should be capable of that. Yeah.
But there were times, of course, when Frank played in a two, and for England, people used to talk about, well, they can't play with Steven Gerrard because it was in a two, and for me, that was a wasted opportunity. You were playing on the left wing at times, which it seemed absurd. They should have played three together, but there's sometimes even you have to give up on that forward-thinking play, doesn't it, for the team, Frank? We talked about it last night.
You have to alter your game. You have to. We've all done it, and people speak about it. What you're getting the best out of the team. I agree with Rio that £90 million, you want to get the best out of him. But if you look at all the top teams now, Manchester City, Chelsea last night, Barcelona last night, when they don't have the ball, they all have urgency in trying to win it back. You cannot have a passenger in any way who's not quite at it. And if, in those clips, very negative, he's not at full pelt, then obviously the team are being let down. So you can't just say he brings so many great things with the ball. You have to say also, you know what, Paul, it might not be your best attribute, but at least give me urgency, at least get in the right position.
But I think also in that, you're either coached to do that, even if it's not your first instinct, like you would have been, Frank, coached to make sure that you can defend. But also, if you did lose your awareness of where you are on the pitch, you had John Terry behind you, Carvalho, Gallas screaming at you to get into position to protect. At Manchester United, I don't think he's afforded that.
I agree, but also at Tottenham, I would have gone and I wouldn't have slept after that game because I'd have known that we've got to chase him. Not just Paul Pogba, Manchester United got to chase him. But then you look at him against Newcastle, similar mistakes. I agree, you need people around you, teammates, but sometimes you've got to go, why a ball's been behind me? Why am I not in that position? So it's like a mixed bag. You need help, but you need to actually address your own issues.